Wow, that is not good. Very bad oil leak and lots of white smoke. Look at that, that's insane. It's like a waterfall. What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode number 4, Tim. We're trucking along. We're going episode number 4 of the Z build, but today is actually a video that we didn't plan on making.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. So we're gonna explain this later into the video, but for now we have a lot of work to do and we're just gonna jump right into it because it's gonna be a long day for us. We are motor swapping the 350Z for you guys. Didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Yep, it's gotta happen. We're motor swapping this thing, so we are literally about to take off the entire front end of this car, pull the engine out, and you guys are getting a new engine in the 350Z, and we're gonna explain everything to you guys and go through the entire engine and why we're actually swapping this thing out. So, Tim, ready to do some work?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Before we get into it, guys, remember, you guys can win this 350Z. All you guys have to do is head to the first link down in the description. Every $1 that you guys spend on the Legends Media site is 1 entry in to win this car. And like always, the VIPs get double entries plus all of the amazing benefits. So definitely check out the Legends site if you guys want to win this awesome Z. We are getting so deep into this build and I'm so excited. After this engine swap, we get to start the new body kit and that is going to be amazing. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video, guys. First part of this motor swap is actually going to consist of us removing the front end of this car. Like I said, we're going to be taking off the front bumper, the headlights, the center support beam, and we have to dump all the fluids in the car. So that's what we're going to start with before we can actually start disconnecting all of the wiring and the engine out of the car. Let's go ahead and do that. Drain the coolant. We definitely did not cut that.
Yeah, it's not 50-50 at all. That's 100% coolant right there. Somebody's had this thing out. Work's been done to it. Something's been done to this motor.
It's pretty bad. Wait till you guys see what we discovered whenever we actually pulled this thing out. Like, complete mess. But thankfully we got it all figured out. All right, we're making some good progress here. We still have to get this entire beam and all of this stuff out so we can move the motor forward when it comes to take out. So I'll update you guys once all this is off and we can start disassembling the engine. Hours and hours later of agonizing pain and bullshit, we have finally got everything, we hope, disconnected from the engine. We went underneath, did all of the wiring harness underneath the car. We got the headers, trans bolts removed. The ECU is completely disconnected from the inside of the car. This thing theoretically should just come out of the car, right, Tim?
Yes.
Theoretically, let's hope. We're gonna pray to the car gods that we have everything disconnected, that this thing is good to go. But yeah, I think the stock DE engine is ready. It's ready to come out. So let's get ready for the heart transplant. Clutch there. Aftermarket clutch. Too bad we already got a new one for you guys. What is this?
Upgraded blind wheel too.
What does that say? All clutch systems?
Yeah, that's an eBay one, brother.
eBay clutch, baby. Hell yeah. So, yep, see you guys later. See you in the next one. Fuck yes.
Oh, that's so...
Alright guys, so now that we are at this middle point here, me and Tim can finally tell you our little horror story. This has been the biggest nightmare for the longest time, you guys don't have no idea how much I've been stressed out about this because I had no idea what was gonna happen. So when we bought this car, it was what, 2 months ago?
Yeah,
two,
it's been a while.
maybe 3 months ago. I've been hoarding parts for you guys, like trying to make this build series go as smooth as possible, especially for the giveaway. So we've had the car for about 2 to 3 months. So when we bought the car, of course we did the full inspection of it. Everything was good. The previous owner told us that he had fixed previous leaks that the car had, and when me and Tim looked underneath the car, it looked clean. Yeah. So at some point he must have cleaned the undercarriage of the car before he sold it to us. Having the car sit for a couple of months, when we decided to finally move it and get everything started, we saw remnants of drops of oil, which was a red flag immediately. So when we pulled the car in, this was right before the exhaust, when we pulled the car in and we started to do the oil change, we noticed that nothing that's like super alarming, but we did notice that there was tons of oil like up tucked into the engine, right? Yeah. And so we were like, that's not good. We couldn't really see anything. We just thought that it's an older car, might just be dirty. So when we started to drain the oil was like super black and super thick, like abnormally. So we were like, that's weird. This guy must have just never changed the oil. But little did we know, he actually, I'm guessing, put super thick oil in it for this reason. So when we actually did the oil change, we did the 5W30 and we started the car, immediately we noticed somewhere from the top of the engine, oil is just like a waterfall coming out. Now, in the clip that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video, it kind of looks like it was from the upper oil pan, not from the upper oil pan. Me and Tim took that off, resealed it, completely resealed it, the upper oil pan, and the lower oil pan. Both of us, we resealed both of those. And what we noticed is, after cleaning everything, the oil is coming from somewhere above that, and we can't figure out where. So we inspected even further, only to find out that pretty much every single seal on this engine has been resealed, and not in a good way at all. And also, I forgot to mention, when we did the exhaust, I'm sure a lot of you probably noticed we had tons of white smoke coming out. Yeah, so our theory is that the previous owner of this car dumped a ton of heavy weighted oil in it so that it wouldn't actually spill out. When you have a heavy weighted oil, it's a thicker oil and it's not going to show as much spillage, I guess, as a thinner weighted oil. And also it kind of hides smoking a little bit too. Am I correct in saying that?
And the stock exhaust hit a lot too.
And the stock exhaust obviously hit a lot with more restriction. So yeah, I'm about to show you guys all the issues that we found. I didn't want to, and I didn't feel comfortable giving you guys a car that had these types of issues. And rather than pulling this thing and actually doing what I think would fix it, I decided to work with my good friends over at JDM of California and get you guys a new engine to throw into the 350Z, which you guys will see in the next video. But while we're on the subject, I want to show you guys all the little bits and pieces of where we can actually see this thing being resealed, even using really crappy copper spray to seal up some really important parts. Let's check it out. All right, so just looking through some of the seals here, you guys can see that's
like
really
it's actually
bad.
leaking.
Oh.
You can actually see that it's leaking.
Yeah.
It's actually spewing a little bit of radiator fluid out.
Oh, is this where our radiator fluid is coming from?
Probably.
So we also had a couple of drops every here and there of radiator fluid. I'm guessing that's where that was coming from.
But like everything's been resealed. Everything has been resealed.
And there, even down here by the spark plugs, you guys can see all of that.
Here.
And then where's the gasket spray? Where was that at?
Get it.
The copper spray.
All right, so
Oh, you guys can see right here as well. Look how bad that is in there. Holy crap.
Yeah, the whole valve cover's been just gasket makered up, and you know, you have a valve cover gasket and you don't need all that stuff.
Right there.
that is the head gasket.
The head gasket has copper spray on it, bro.
Somebody's been in here to fix it.
Completely apart.
So
Now, I'm not a Z guy, so this may be a common thing to have the DEs completely apart.
but copper spray though? You don't do copper spray. Unless you're trying to hide something.
Yeah, I don't know. So
We don't know who did the work. Maybe he got scammed by somebody else. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with this engine is, but I wanted to make sure that this thing was not in the car for you guys, and I wanted to give you guys something even just a little bit better. So I wanted to get this thing out, and this has been on my shoulders for so long, and I'm so happy that we were actually able to get this thing out and actually get you guys a new engine to throw into the Z. But yeah, I mean, like, we could go on for so long, show you guys all the little bits and pieces of where this thing has been resealed and not very well resealed. Well, good news is, Tim, we got her out.
Yeah, it's out.
All right, shop is locked up and good to go. We are gonna end it here in the garage for today. It's been a long freaking day with everything that we had to deal with this dang car, but the good thing is, me and Tim are getting this thing all nice and ready for you guys. I cannot wait to show you guys what's in store. You guys will see the new engine in the next video, and we have a new clutch to go along with it. So this thing is gonna be mint. We are changing everything that we possibly can to make this the best possible car for you guys. Am I right, Tim?
Yes.
This thing's gonna be...
I want it.
Tim looks like a raccoon.
Oh, I got stuff on my face. Hey, I've been working on a car, you know?
That's right. So this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna head home now. Come on. Here he comes. Good boy. One of my favorite things to do on the weekend is to come to local car meets, bring Sparko, hang out with the homies. Look who it is. Brian's here, and just check out some cool cars. So we're gonna end today's video on just like a little local car meet. I brought the R33 out. Dude, these car meets lately have been huge. Yeah. Tons of cars here. I'm gonna show you guys some of the amazing builds that came out to this little local Cars and Coffee, and yeah, so let's have some fun.